the global landscape of manufacturing is changing, driven by a complex interplay of economic, political, and social factors. China, once the world's factory floor, is experiencing a significant shift in its manufacturing paradigm. Rising labor costs and escalating trade tensions with major economies have prompted Chinese companies to seek new opportunities abroad. Mexico, with its strategic proximity to the United States, competitive labor market, and favorable trade agreements, has emerged as a prime destination for these companies. This shift has significant implications for the global economy, international trade, and the geopolitical balance of power, influencing how countries interact on the world stage. The presence of Chinese companies in Mexico is growing rapidly, with investments spanning various industries. Industrial parks dedicated to Chinese manufacturers are springing up across the country, transforming the industrial landscape. Investment from China is pouring into key sectors, particularly the automotive industry, which is seeing a surge in activity and innovation. This trend is reshaping supply chains and creating new dynamics in the relationships between the United States, Mexico, and China, fostering both opportunities and challenges. The growing influence of China in Mexico is not without its challenges, as it brings about a new set of economic and political considerations. Concerns about tariff circumvention, labor practices, and security risks are emerging, prompting debates and discussions among policymakers and industry leaders. The United States, in particular, is closely watching the developments, wary of the impact on its own manufacturing base and trade relations, and is taking steps to address potential issues. The situation calls for careful navigation and cooperation to ensure a mutually beneficial outcome for all parties involved, balancing economic growth with geopolitical stability. At the heart of China's manufacturing expansion in Mexico lies the North American Husan Industrial Park. This industrial park is a significant milestone in the collaboration between the two nations, symbolizing a new era of economic partnership and mutual growth. Located in Monterrey, a major industrial hub, the park benefits from the city's well-established infrastructure and strategic location. This sprawling complex stands as a testament to the growing economic ties between China and Mexico. The presence of both Chinese and Mexican flags flying together symbolizes the unity and shared vision for future prosperity. The park provides Chinese companies with a strategic foothold in North America, allowing them to tap into the vast US market while potentially bypassing trade barriers. This strategic advantage is crucial for businesses looking to expand their global footprint. The North American Husan Industrial Park offers a range of incentives to attract Chinese businesses. These incentives are designed to make the park an attractive destination for investment and operations. These incentives include tax breaks, streamlined regulations, and various forms of support to ensure smooth business operations. Additionally, companies have access to a skilled workforce, which is essential for maintaining high standards of production and efficiency. As a result, the park has witnessed a surge in investment and activity in recent years, becoming a hub for manufacturing, assembly, and logistics operations. This growth has not only benefited the companies involved, but also contributed to the local economy. The park's strategic location, just a stone's throw from the US border, has raised concerns about tariff circumvention. This proximity allows for efficient transportation and logistics, further enhancing its appeal. By assembling products in Mexico using Chinese components, companies can potentially label their goods as made in Mexico and avoid hefty US tariffs. This practice, while beneficial for businesses, has sparked debates about its implications. This practice, if proven, could undermine fair trade practices and escalate trade tensions between the US and China. The ongoing trade negotiations and discussions highlight the complexities and challenges of global trade in the modern era. The automotive industry stands as a prime example of China's growing investment in Mexico. Chinese automakers are increasingly setting up shop in Mexico, drawn by the country's skilled labor force, established automotive ecosystem, and preferential trade agreements. This influx of investment is transforming Mexico into a global hub for vehicle production and export. Chinese companies are investing heavily in building new manufacturing plants, expanding existing facilities, and forging partnerships with Mexican suppliers. This surge in activity is creating jobs, boosting economic growth, and strengthening Mexico's position in the global automotive supply chain. However, it also presents challenges in terms of competition and the potential displacement of existing manufacturers. The growing presence of Chinese automakers in Mexico is not limited to traditional gasoline-powered vehicles. Chinese companies at the forefront of electric vehicle (EV) technology are also investing heavily in Mexico, seeking to capitalize on the growing demand for EVs in North America. This trend is further accelerating the shift towards electric mobility and intensifying competition in the global automotive market. The United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, which replaced the North American Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, has played a pivotal role in shaping the dynamics of trade in the region. The agreement, which came into effect on July 1, 2020, was designed to modernize and address the shortcomings of NAFTA, incorporating new provisions on digital trade, labor rights, and environmental standards. While the USMCA aims to promote free trade and investment between the three countries, it also seeks to create a more balanced and fair trading environment. However, it has also become a point of contention regarding Chinese manufacturing practices in Mexico. Critics argue that Chinese companies are setting up operations in Mexico to take advantage of the USMCA's benefits without adhering to its stringent requirements. The agreement's rules of origin, which determine the country of origin for goods traded within the USMCA zone, are designed to ensure that the benefits of the agreement are reserved for products genuinely made in North America. These rules are at the center of the debate. Trade experts and policymakers are continuously discussing how to tighten these regulations to prevent misuse. Concerns have been raised that Chinese companies may be exploiting loopholes in these rules to circumvent US tariffs imposed on Chinese goods. This has led to significant scrutiny and calls for action. This has led to calls for stricter enforcement of rules of origin and greater transparency in supply chains, ensuring that products are accurately labeled and that their origins are clear is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the agreement. The Biden administration has signaled its intention to closely scrutinize Chinese investment and trade practices within the USMCA framework. This includes monitoring compliance and addressing any violations promptly. The administration is under pressure from labor unions and domestic manufacturers to protect American jobs and ensure a level playing field for US companies. They argue that without strict enforcement, American workers and businesses will continue to suffer. The USMCA's dispute settlement mechanisms are likely to be tested in the coming years as trade tensions persist. These mechanisms will play a crucial role in resolving conflicts and ensuring that the agreement's principles are upheld. In our interconnected world, the responsibility of preserving the environment doesn't rest on the shoulders of just one individual or organization. It's a collective effort. Every action we take, no matter how small, can contribute to a larger impact. Whether it's reducing plastic use, conserving water, or supporting sustainable practices, each step matters. Together we can create a ripple effect that leads to significant change. So let's embrace this shared responsibility and work towards a healthier, more sustainable future for all. The COVID-19 pandemic has significantly altered the landscape of fentanyl trafficking. With global supply chains disrupted, traffickers have adapted in innovative ways to meet the persistent demand. Online marketplaces and dark web transactions have seen a notable increase as traditional smuggling routes faced unprecedented challenges. This shift has made it even more difficult for law enforcement to track and intercept these dangerous substances. As we navigate through the pandemic, understanding these evolving methods is crucial in combating the fentanyl crisis. Cooperation between the United States and China on fentanyl control has been a critical component in addressing this global issue. Both nations have recognized the importance of working together to disrupt the production and distribution networks. Through joint operations and intelligence sharing, significant strides have been made. However, challenges remain, and continued collaboration is essential to make meaningful progress. By fostering a cooperative spirit, the US and China can better tackle the complexities of fentanyl trafficking. Huawei's presence in Mexico has been growing steadily, raising both opportunities and concerns. As the Chinese tech giant expands its footprint, it brings advanced technology and infrastructure to the region. This expansion has the potential to boost local economies and enhance connectivity. However, it also raises questions about data security and geopolitical influence. Understanding the implications of Huawei's growth in Mexico is vital for both regional and international stakeholders. The future of relations between the US, Mexico, and China is poised at a critical juncture. With economic, political, and security interests deeply intertwined, the actions of one nation inevitably impact the others. Navigating this complex triad requires careful diplomacy, mutual respect, and a willingness to address shared challenges. As we look ahead, fostering constructive dialogue and collaboration will be key to ensuring stability and prosperity for all three nations. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below.